Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Locker Room, our weekly podcast where we shine a light on the student athletes here in the Bayou region. I'm Stan Gravois. He is Dustin Robichaux, and today is May 4th. And I realize we have all of the May the 4th be with you type stuff. Anything else that we're celebrating today? I stole your thunder.
I was gonna say May the 4th be with you, Stan. It's Star Wars Day.
That's too common. That's too common, man.
It's too common.
Yes. Listen, I know a lot of people celebrate it actually this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Homa's got a big celebration.
They do.
May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
It's actually happening. It happened on May the 2nd. Yeah.
Yes. They decided to do it on the weekend. I guess it's like every other holiday.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Homa and Star Wars, that's kind of synonymous together, right?
It seems so.
A lot of Star Wars fans here in the Homa area. I just think it's a situation where people in Homa will celebrate anything, so they just wanted a reason to get together.
It's kind of weird how it's grown over the years, not just here, but everywhere.
Everywhere. So May the 4th be with you today.
And also with you.
And I'm going to tell you this, the 4th was definitely with the Vandebilt Catholic Lady Terriers. Congratulations to that entire crew. James Spearman, his second state championship, but he's been involved with so many as an assistant coach. Vandebilt Catholic went out, and over the weekend, they first played on Saturday, and they had no problems in that game on Saturday in the semifinals, where they moved on quite easily past St. Michael's and then took on Archbishop Hannon in the state final and won it 2-0 yesterday. Terrific pitching by Lauren Baudouin, but her situation is she was the MVP of that tournament. She's won 3 consecutive state championships at Vandebilt Catholic and actually was a runner-up in her freshman year. So just a program that is the elite program of the state of Louisiana. That's 17 state titles for Vandebilt Catholic in their history. That leads all schools in the state of Louisiana. Again, phenomenal what they're doing there related to softball. So congratulations to all the young ladies and to Vandebilt Catholic. And they're going to be in that number again, I'm sure, when we go next year. We'll be talking about them heading out to Sulphur to shoot for a 4th state championship in a row. Congratulations to them. We talked a little bit about E.D. White softball last week. Thought that they could get to the state championship, but they ran into the buzzsaw that was Hannon on Saturday, and they lost it 1-0, folks. 1-0. Shelby Grow had a terrific outing in the circle for the Lady Cardinals, but they just couldn't generate any offense. They lose it. Again, another 1 run. This is 3 years in a row that E.D. White has lost by 1 run going into the state championship game. So they're going to break that door down eventually. Let's hope that that happens for them next year. Then we have all kind of other things going on right now. You have 2 tennis teams that played for state championships this weekend and came up just short. The E.D. White boys finished as runners-up in the state of Louisiana in Division II, and the girls of Vandebilt Catholic finished as runner-up in Division II for the girls, obviously. So congratulations to those 2 teams as they made their way out to the state championships and almost came away with the state championship. But I got to tell you, nothing to sneeze at when you're the runner-up in the state of Louisiana. And then we have track and field, who's having their big state meet this week. We want to give you all of our qualifiers. So here's all of our local kids who are going to be participating in that state meet this weekend. First, in the 100-meter dash in 5A, look, Kalia Coleman of Thibodeau High and Alexa Rogers of South Lafourche are 2 young ladies who will be competing. No boys. We don't have any boys who qualified for the 100-meter dash. Then we go to the 200-meter dash. So these are 2 sprints, right? This is when you really run fast. We only have 1 young man who qualified, and that's in single A, and that's Dylan Williams from CCA, and only 1 young lady, Alexa Rogers from South Lafourche, and that's in 4A. So this year we were sort of down on sprinters. We just don't have a lot of sprinters in our area. Let's move on to the 400-meter run. In the 400-meter run, we have 1 young man who qualified for state. That's Yor Torres Aguilar from South Lafourche, and no ladies. So we don't have any ladies participating in the 400-meter run. Now we start getting to the distances, right? The longer runs, and you're gonna notice we have a lot more qualifiers. First, let's talk about the 800-meter run. In the boys division in 5A, Tevin LaBeouf's gonna be there from Central Lafourche. In 4A, it'll be Joshua Guidry from South Lafourche. And in 4A also, it'll be Sam Wagasback from E.D. White. We hope they do well. On the girls' side of things, in 5A, Alicia Hodson from Central Lafourche is going to be competing. And Anna Rodrigue in 4A from E.D. White going to be competing. Then we move on to the 1,600-meter run. In the 1,600-meter run, it'll be in 4A, Joshua Guidry from South Lafourche and Liam Kelso from Vandebilt Catholic. The girls who qualified for the 1,600-meter run are Katie Guidry from E.D. White and Kate McGee from Vandebilt Catholic. They're both in 4A. By the way, 1,600-meter run is a mile. So if you're wondering, like, how far is that? It's a mile. Then they have the 3,200-meter run, which I don't know about you, Dustin, but I'm taking a car. That's like 2 miles, approximately. And we have qualifiers. In 4A, it's Liam Kelso from Vandebilt Catholic and Matt Plaisance from E.D. White. And then in 4A girls, it's Kate McGee. So she double qualifies. Good for her from Vandebilt Catholic. Then we get into the hurdles. This is the 110 and 100-meter hurdles. This is when they run and they jump. They run and they jump. But it's a dash. It's a quick race. Marcus Thomas, who actually is your defending state champion from Ellender, qualified in 4A. And then the girls, it's Kalia Coleman, mentioned her a little bit earlier, from Thibodaux, and Jolie Kale from South Lafourche, who are going to be in those hurdle races. It's a tough race, really a tough race. You got the 4x100 relay. So this is the relay that's really fast. This is the one everybody loves in the Olympics. In 1A, Covenant Christian qualified. And in 4A, E.D. White and Vandebilt Catholic qualified, and that's their girls. That's their girls. Then in the 4x200 relay, which is a medium race, you got no boys teams from our area and only the girls from E.D. White who qualified. And then in the 4x400 relay, means each person runs 400 meters. You have no boys teams and E.D. White's girls team that qualified. And then finally, the 4x800 relay, which is each person runs 800 meters. It's sort of a long race, actually a mile in distance. You have Central Lafourche, E.D. White, and Houma Christian's boys who all qualified. You have E.D. White's girls who qualified. So congratulations to them. That was just the running events, folks. Now we're going to get to the field events. And we actually have a lot more qualifiers in the field events than we do in the running events. First, let's take a look at the high jump. In the high jump, boys from our local area who are going to be in the high jump finals. In 5A, Joshua Wolf from H.L. Bourgeois. In 4A, Trevon James of Ellender Memorial. In 2A, Raphael Criardis of Houma Christian. And also in 2A, Carter Fitzgerald from Houma Christian. Two of our girls made the high jump finals, and that is going to be Courtney Dewey from South Lafourche and Sanaya Stokes from South Terrebonne. And the 300-meter hurdles. Ooh, this is tough. That's a long way to run to jump a bunch of times.
It is.
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. Marcus Thomas qualifies again from Ellender. Again, a terrific athlete. And in the girls, it's Sarah DeGravel from E.D. White. She'll be participating. So we have a boy and a girl in that long hurdle race. In the long jump, no boys from my area. That's a little surprising. Usually we have a young man in the high jump from the Bayou region. None in none of the classifications. But girls, we have a few. Bria Harris from Terrebonne is going to compete in the 5A finals. Emery Ingram from E.D. White, only a 9th grader. She was actually the MVP in the field events for the regional in 4A. She'll be in there along with Alexa Rogers. Alexa Rogers is like competing in everything for South Lafourche. Must be a terrific athlete. Triple jump, we have 3 boys locally. Jacob Terrell, who is the son of the athletic director of Nichols, JT. Congratulations to that family. He is going to participate in 5A, and he goes to Thibodaux High. Trevon James of Ellender going to be in there along with Chandler Hartman of Ellender. So Ellender has 2 in the finals. In girls, Emery Ingram again from E.D. White, Courtney Dewey from South Lafourche, and Sanaya Stokes from South Terrebonne, all in the triple jump. In the discus, Mason Swanee of Central Lafourche, Jaheen Diggs of South Terrebonne, and Jack Redding of South Lafourche, all in the shot put finals. For the girls, it'll be Kenley Vignair of Central Lafourche and Kylie Johnson of E.D. White competing. In the shot put, Jack Redding, who actually won the regional, will be in there along with Matt Cortez, the grandson of Joe Fake, one of our Hall of Fame inductees here in the Bioregion Athletic Hall of Fame. He'll be competing along with Owen Martinez of E.D. White. The girls are Kevrion Short of Terrebonne, Kiana Truehill of South Lafourche, and Tiana Stewart of Vandebilt Catholic. We're almost there. In the javelin, it'll be Lakin Filinich. That name is synonymous with javelin from South Lafourche. Lincoln is going to be joined by Jacques Billiot of South Lafourche. So 2 Tarpons in the finals for the javelin. One girl qualified in the javelin, and that is Alana False of E.D. White. And finally, our last event is the pole vault. Would you ever do the pole vault?
I would not. No, I have an issue with heights, and that's definitely not.
Well, we have a few. Blake Guidry of E.D. White, who is an indoor state champ, is going to compete the 4A level along with Jacob Galliano of South Lafourche. And for the young ladies, it's going to be Caroline Emel of South Lafourche, Caroline Robinson of E.D. White, and Avery Porsche of E.D. White. Save the best for last. Avery is my niece, so good for her. She's going to be pole vaulting, only a 9th grader.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not pole vaulting. That's something I'm not doing. Listen, I know that was not a lot of names, but we certainly didn't give track a lot of the credit it deserves for what those kids are doing. So these are all of the kids going to LSU this Friday and Saturday to compete in the state meet. We hope that they can come back with championship honors. I don't know that we have any specific team in our area who can score enough points to win a state championship, but we sure can bring home a lot of individual awards, and I hope that that happens this week. Baseball still going on. Want to make sure that you understand that Vandebilt Catholic, by the skin of their teeth, got by St. Michael's in baseball, so they will be moving on to the next level. So they're going to be playing against Acadiana Renaissance in the next round, which will be later this week. CCA, a huge win last week against Ascension Catholic. They'll be moving on to take on St. Edmunds. That game is scheduled for Thursday at 6 o'clock. So if you have the time, it's going to be right here in Houma. Go out and support CCA. If you're wondering when baseball championships are, still got a couple of weeks. I don't know why the softball finished so much in front of the baseball, but it's 2 weeks ahead. Even though the playoffs started at the same time, softball's done, and baseball still got 2 weeks. And our 2 local teams still in are Vandebilt Catholic and CCA. Vandebilt is playing in Division II Select. CCA is playing in Division IV Select. E.D. White was knocked out this weekend. They played really well against St. Charles Catholic, but St. Charles Catholic, the number 2 seed, gets by them. So again, Vandebilt and CCA are our only 2 teams left. And I think that puts a cap on it till next week when we're updating you what happened with track and field and those things. We'll let you know who won state competition and such. Anything else on this 4th of May?
Since you seem so disappointed I didn't have any additional ones.
Okay, yes.
I got 2 for you. A serious one and a not so serious one.
You do realize May the 4th is so easy.
It's super easy.
Yes.
But I used to be a big Star Wars fan, so I was going to throw that one out there. It is also International Firefighters Day.
Well, that's important.
So shout out to our firefighters.
Absolutely.
And it is also International Respect for Chickens Day.
Yeah, that's a good one for a good laugh on a Monday, I guess. Respect your chickens out there. When you're eating lunch today,
Yeah.
Make sure you got some respect going on. That's going to put a button on it for us. Hope you have a terrific week. Hope those track and field kids do extremely well. CCA and Vandebilt in baseball. thumbs up later this week as you try and move on to softball. And finally, a big kudos once more for Vandebilt Catholic softball program, 17 state championships, with a big one yesterday, Sunday afternoon against Hannah. That's it for us. Hope you have a terrific week. We'll see you next Monday.